just for reference. I mean, winds like this are definitely possible in Indianapolis, even though this is, you know, near the tornado. There goes some lightning. That might be power flashes. I think that was lightning, though. Still people driving out here. The wind is getting a little bit calmer. Let me go back to that tornado warning that we're talking about here. This is all the way back up in Indianapolis. Let's check the velocities. Oh, yeah. That is. Look at this thing. Holy crap. This is a serious QLCS tornado threat. Look at that inflow going into the storm and the hook on this thing. This is a really impressive storm. And I don't think there's actually a tornado actively, but that is a huge area of very strong rotation that is approaching Zionsville and Meridian Hills. They're going to have to issue a new tornado warning on this, undoubtedly. This is a crazy-looking storm on radar. You don't see this very often with how, like, this type of inflow. I mean, this is just a crazy radar signature right over I-65. I'm trying to see. There are more cameras here, but right now I think there's possibly a power outage with some of them. The velocities are currently being measured. I will wait for the radar scan here. Yeah, we're probably about to have a strong tornado dropping right over Lakeside near New Augusta, just northwest of Indianapolis. We're probably about to have a strong tornado drop right on this area. This is right over Royalton for reference. And again, I'm pretty sure there's some sort of outage happening here. And there might actually be a tornado already. Looks like we have a debris signature right there approaching I-65. So we do have a tornado here. So this is a potentially strong tornado over just north of Indianapolis. And it is approaching. It's literally going to be crossing right over New Augusta, Meridian Hills in just a few minutes, near Carmel. Moving to the east-northeast. Again, this is a very dangerous storm right now. This is a view near the tornado warning. Look how strong the winds are right now. This is right on I-65. The winds are very strong. This is just barely south of the tornado, where the tornado is. Man, oh man, this entire line of thunderstorms in like the Indianapolis area is producing damaging winds around 80 miles per hour. And again, this is an example of it. The winds being very strong. They're going to keep getting more intense. I'm going to try to see if we have something in the warning, though. Like, actually in, like, the rotation.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground.
Warning. This is going to be a confirmed tornado warning for the storm that we've been talking about. This is going to be heading in the direction of Carmel. Meridian Hills as well are in the path of this. This is going to be right outside. This is going to be in the tornado warning right now. You can see the wind picking up again. This being on I-465, just east of I-65. And this is ahead of where that tornado is, by the way. So the winds are strong, even just barely ahead of the storm. Also, the National Weather Service of Paducah is taking shelter as there is it sounds like a tornado in progress near Paducah. Let me go to that. Take this off. The wind is still very strong here. There is a tornado in progress. It sounds like approaching Paducah. And yeah, there is. We have a tornado in progress approaching Paducah. So tornado in progress right now approaching the city of Paducah. Near Route 60. It's going to be approaching I-24 as well as this continues to move northeast. So again, tornado in progress, moving towards Paducah. There is a debris signature there as well. Also, the storm that's near Murray, just southeast of Mayfield, that thing's starting to ramp up too. So this storm is intensifying, going towards Hardin, Aurora, Fair Dealing, and also going in the direction of Benton. Rotation again, intensifying, approaching Alamo, Hardin, and Aurora. We need to watch that very closely. We have multiple tornado warnings in and around Memphis right now, mostly north and west of Memphis. We're still watching the storm near Covington very closely, and we're also keeping an eye on the Forest City tornado warning, which the rotation is the strongest right along I-40. So be in your safe place if you're in Forest City right now. Back to Indianapolis. We got a significant round of thunderstorms coming right through Indianapolis as we speak. I'm going to go back to that camera and see if we still have a view, or maybe not. It's not loading. Okay, yeah, that's the wind. Tornadoes right in this area. In the north side here of Indianapolis, you can see the wind really picking up on the Indiana traffic cam. By the way, huge shout out to Dotted Fish with the 50 gifted members. You are way too kind. W's in the chat. Appreciate that a lot. My power went out. Power is almost undoubtedly going to go out across Indianapolis. We got a serious windstorm moving right across Indianapolis right now. It's another live shot of that storm moving through Indianapolis. There's a report of a funnel cloud in Framington, by the way. By the way, Hayden, you can at me for that type of stuff. You can at me. It looks like if we have a tornado, it would be right over Quail Ridge in New Augusta, approaching Meridian Hills. The velocities are still a little behind. Again, we have a significant round of damaging winds right now coming right through Indianapolis. Currently warned for destructive 80-mile-per-hour damaging winds. This is a very dangerous situation right now in Indianapolis. This is just like crazy. This looks like a hurricane. This is another view right now on the north side of Indianapolis on the interstate, and there are cars pulled over right now, and I don't think they know what to do. The wind is just so strong. This is at least 80 miles per hour. This wind is incredibly strong, and I don't know how anybody's even driving out here in this type of condition. The velocities currently on the leading edge of this line are around 70 to 80 miles per hour. So we are seeing a very serious surge of wind across the entire Indianapolis metro. Also, a report of a tornado near New Bern. Is that Tennessee? Or is that... There's a report of a tornado near New Bern, Tennessee, I believe. Isn't Storm Media on this? Yeah, this is Tennessee. There's a report of a tornado southwest of New Bern. This is an unwarned tornado on this cell, moving in the direction of it's over Dyersburg, and it's going to be moving towards Dyer, Union City, and Martin. And quick update on Paducah. We have a confirmed tornado heading right into Paducah as we speak. Velocities are really strong. Our tornado right now is going to go right over the radar site. This radar site might get knocked out by that tornado. There's a tornado going right into the west side of Paducah over the next few minutes. Storm Media, bottom right of your screen is on that Dyersburg tornado, if there is one, which again, there's a report as of moments ago from a storm chaser that there is one in that area. You got Corey Gherkin on the right. I don't know why there's a big white bar there. I think that's the camera. Also, we need to watch this storm north of Evansville very closely. This thing has the potential of producing a tornado. It is discrete, moving towards Jasper and Huntingtonburg. The National Weather Service in Paducah is sheltered due to a tornado in the area. So just a heads up, they are not able to even upgrade the warning that is currently on the ground. There are power flashes on the east side of Indianapolis right now. I just saw a power flash right before I put on the camera. It was a bright blue orb that just blew up basically. So this is, yeah, there's definitely, I think there are widespread power outages probably happening across Indianapolis with how strong these winds are.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
You're in Indianapolis or anywhere in the surrounding areas in the severe thunderstorm warnings, you need to be in your safe place. This is a dangerous storm. And look at how many people are driving. This is crazy. I get people have to drive, but this is still crazy with how high the winds are. The wind is really picking up now. Huge shout out to Jeff, Allie, Lance, Allie, all for the Venmo donations. I really appreciate that, Jeff. Thank you. Here comes the wind. East side of Indianapolis. Very strong winds. Again, power outages are, again, pretty likely. I would be surprised if people still had power with how strong these winds are. You know, a serious power company for their power to not go out. The winds are very strong, though, all across Indianapolis. This Boeing segment moving towards Greenfield, Knightstown, and Anderson. Let's go back to Paducah, which, if there is a tornado, is probably hitting the radar site or just crossing over it right now. Moving towards Paducah and Metropolis. Bottom middle of your screen is in Metropolis right now, which is a live camera there on Radar Omega. But it appears as if the tornado likely just missed the radar site. We still have multiple tornado warnings near the Mississippi River Valley.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
And we are also starting to see an uptick of tornado warnings again in Arkansas. So we have a new tornado warning for Arkansas and Monroe counties, and then we also have a new one that got issued down near Camden, and as well as the Burden areas. And this is a very concerning storm. This is a discrete supercell with very strong rotation right now, approaching Bearden, Thornton, as well as Fordyce. Also, this is live in Indianapolis. The winds are even crazier now. Nobody can drive again. That is in Indianapolis. On the east side, on I-70. Trucks have come to a complete stop, which is obviously very dangerous when there's people driving, but they've literally just come to a complete stop. There's no... I don't know what else. I don't know. This could cause an accident with what's happening here. Now they're starting to drive a little bit again. Or trying to, at least. This is an interstate, and this is pretty dangerous, especially for like hydroplaning and stuff like that. Duke Energy shows 7,000 people without power in Indiana. I bet that number is going to be way higher here in a few minutes. The National Weather Service of Paducah has just said they are warnings, and reports are being managed by the Quad City National Weather Service
has been issued
as they are sheltering in place. Look how many cars are coming to a stop here, all the different trucks. Winds are still very high right now on the east side of Indianapolis. We're probably going to have a significant tornado here in southern Arkansas here very shortly, going towards Fordyce. Also, we have a new tornado warning for Tennessee. This will be for Dyer, Gibson, Obion, Weakley, and Henry counties. So you need to be in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible. Get to an interior room of your home or building. This can be all the way back up here to the northeast, going towards Martin, Dresden, and South Fulton. We actually had a reported tornado on this storm not too long ago from a storm chaser in the area. I think Storm Media is close to this. We also have CJ Ziegler, who's waiting for it as well. So we're going to keep a very close eye on this storm. That's what it currently looks like in the University of Tennessee in Martin. This is a look at the storm rolling in right now on the radar mega cyclone port, just in far northwestern Tennessee in the tornado warning. This is a really crazy looking supercell. I'm going to put that bottom left. Oh, never mind. That's not bottom left. That bottom right. We have a brand new, let me go back to Indianapolis real quick. I think we got a, yeah, we have a tornado in progress right now. So a new tornado in progress east of Carmel, approaching Noblesville and as well as Fisher. There is at least a small tornado embedded in all this, convection here, approaching Noblesville and as well as Fishers. So we have a tornado in progress there. We have a very intense line of thunderstorms pushing all across the eastern side of Indianapolis with at least 80 mile per hour damaging winds.
Been issued.
All right, brand new tornado warning in Tennessee. This will be for those in Lauderdale, Haywood, Tipton, Crockett, Dyer, and Gibson counties. This is going to be going towards Dyersburg, New Bern, just southwest of Dyer. You'll be in your safe place if you are in this tornado warning. This has been a long track supercell, still capable of producing a tornado. Moving northeast. Where's Corey? Is he on the southern storm still? Okay, so Corey is on the southern storm. Actually, let's go to Freddie McKinney.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground.
Freddie is on this storm near Ripley.
And if they're not,
this is the one that is trying to produce a tornado.
1,000 people watching. Appreciate you guys for tuning in here.
It's going towards Gates and Halls. I don't think Corey has a view. I think, or not Freddie. I mean, I think Corey has a view of it. I'm going to go back to radar, though. We do have a confirmed tornado back over near Paducah, I believe. Yeah, this has been upgraded. So it is a confirmed tornado on the east side of Paducah. The velocities are very strong. Our tornado is actually over the west side of Paducah right now. So this tornado is going to be over the west and northwest side of Paducah, Kentucky, approaching Brookport and Shady Grove. So we have a tornado in progress moving to the northeast. It's moving into southern Indiana, Illinois. It's Illinois. Moving to southern Illinois towards Shady Grove and New Liberty. But this tornado is right now hitting the west side of Paducah and is completely rain wrapped. So this is a very dangerous situation. You'll be in your safe place away from windows and lowest floor possible during this tornado warning, including Paducah.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We're still watching this storm as well back over near Benton. Again, east of Mayfield. There's still some rotation on that storm. Also, we have a new tornado warning in Indiana. This is a lot of people. This can be back down over near Evansville. So west of Evansville near Mount Vernon. We have a large area of rotation currently moving towards New Harmony, Armstrong, and eventually Princeton and Mount Carmel. Also, just to let you guys know, the National Weather Service of Paducah has now been able to return to their desks, and they are now safe. But they are on a backup generator there in Paducah. We do have a tornado, I think, in progress now, west of Mount Vernon. So this tornado warning that just got issued, it looks like we do have a tornado in progress now northwest of Mount Vernon here in Indiana. So this is going to be going towards Princeton, just west of Evansville, also heading towards Armstrong. Another tornado is in progress. Say funnel middle camera. Might have been Scud.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we have
This
another
is an
tornado
urgent
in
alert.
progress.
A
This is
tornado
going to be
is
for
on the
Hamilton,
ground.
Tipton, and
Seek
Madison
shelter
counties. I think this is
immediately.
going to be the one in northern Indiana. So they're just continuing the tornado warning near Nobleville. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's this one. So they have continued to confirm tornado warning going towards Anderson, right over Noblesville. Our tornado would be located right over Noblesville, approaching Lapple, Hamilton, and Anderson. So you need to be in your safe place, get away from windows, and on the lowest floor possible if you are in this tornado warning. Brandon Kopic's got a crazy shot of this storm right now back over in Western Tennessee. This is Brandon Kopic. He's also on YouTube. Also, new tornado warning, Calvert City, Eddyville, and Fredonia and Marion in Kentucky. Strong rotation right now approaching Calvert City. This is a supercell near Ripley.
Copy. Just FYI, I got a large bowl lowering right next to me. It might be about to drop a tornado on this, so make sure you guys got my feed.
Okay, so Kopic says that there is a bowl lowering, which we can see. Thinks it might drop a tornado here in a minute.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Also, not a good sign, but the storm that's currently heading towards Martin is very concerning. Rotation is very strong on this. It is a classic looking supercell, even though it's embedded in this line. This thing might be about to drop a big tornado heading towards Martin. This is a very dangerous storm right now, moving northeast towards Martin in Tennessee. I know we have people watching from Martin for sure. I've seen people talk about Martin a lot today. You're in the path of a potentially dangerous storm. You're going to want to take this seriously. If you're in Martin, you need to get to your safe place, get away from windows, get to the lowest floor possible, and get to that interior room of your home or building. As this storm does look very concerning right now. Again, I'm not guaranteeing that there will be a tornado here, but this is looking like a classic-looking storm. I mean, we got a huge hook echo on this thing, too. There is a camera right here, actually, on the radar mega cyclone port looking at this storm. See if we can see anything. The structure looks crazy on this, too. If we had a tornado, I think it would be middle left. I think we're looking there for a possible tornado. Ooh, that was a big CG right there. I think there's something back there. There's a large lowering at the minimum, I'm pretty sure, right there in the middle. Large wall cloud from what I just saw. We have Kenton. Let's go back to 3. Kenton, bottom, middle. And where's Brandon? All right. 2 cameras, bottom, middle, bottom, right, are both in this tornado warning, as I do think this is a very concerning storm. Velocities are pretty strong, and I don't think it's far from producing a tornado heading towards Martin, Tennessee. They have issued a tornado warning as well. Oh, this is the old one. Never mind. Back up near Calvert City, they did issue a tornado warning in Kentucky for Calvert City, going towards Fredonia and Eddyville. The rotation's over Possum Trot, moving east-northeast at around 50 to 60 miles per hour. No debris signature right now, but it's not far from producing a tornado. We actually have multiple areas
This is
of
an
rotation
urgent
that are
alert.
spinning
A
here.
tornado
moving to the
is on the
east-northeast.
ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Also, the tornado warning in Indiana that is going to be Okay, wait. We have a couple storms here. The one that's in Warwick, Gibson, and Pike counties. This has been upgraded to a confirmed tornado. So there's a tornado in progress near Stendal, approaching Pikeville, Velpen, and Winslow. This has developed rapidly over the last couple of minutes. And I don't see a debris signature yet, but this is 5 minutes old.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
We have another confirmed tornado as well near Mount Vernon. This is the one that we pointed out about 5-6 minutes ago. Confirmed tornado just west of Mount Vernon. It's moving in the direction. It's actually right over Grafton, Illinois, or Grafton, Indiana now. It's about to hit Springfield, Wadesville, and then Posseville, and then eventually going towards Armstrong, Fort Branch. You're all in the path of another tornado that is in progress, moving to the northeast. So we have two tornadoes. We have 2 or 3 different tornadoes in Indiana right now, all in different storms. All right, let's go back down to that storm near Union City. Let's see if we have an update on velocities here. Still very strong rotation right now near Rutherford. I'm going to go back full cam to this, see if we can see anything. This is back over in Kenton, Tennessee. This is right next to the rotation, which we might be in the rain now, so it actually might be hard to see anything. I'm just going to keep that bottom middle instead of having that full screen. Otherwise, my eyes are going to hurt from looking at that. Let's go to Ripley. The Ripley storm still rotating. That's the one that Brandon's on. Where's Clarkdale, Arkansas? Apparently, there was a large...
A new tornado warning
I'm not
has
sure
been
about
issued.
this. There may have been a large tornado near Clarksdale, west of Millington, about an hour ago when Corey was on that storm. There's a photo that
A new
looks like a
tornado
tornado,
warning
but it's
has been
hard
issued.
to tell. And by the way, we do have rotation approaching Millington. We might get another tornado warning on that activity. We have a bunch of new tornado warnings. We got a new one in Indiana for Hamilton, Tipton, and Madison counties, and that's going to be north of Indianapolis out of this cluster of storms. Rotation is moving towards Elwood, Alexandria, and Atlanta. It's going to be located right back on the backside of this rain. So it's pretty much a rain-wrapped tornado moving northeast. So be in your safe place if you're in that warning. And then also a new tornado warning in Du Bois County in Indiana, which is going to be for Jasper. As we do have a confirmed tornado right now, east of Oakland City, heading towards Huntingburg and Jasper, and eventually towards French Lick.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So seek shelter if you're in this tornado warning. We have yet again another tornado warning as well. So we're just getting a bunch of tornado warnings. Brandon Kopic is driving through a surge of wind right now. Let's go to him. Brandon Kopic's on that tornado warning in western Tennessee near Covington. Near Ripley, excuse me. In Gates. So he's driving through serious wind right now where there might be a tornado. There was a bowl lowering a few minutes ago.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That structure, because yeah, it does look alpha. So the next thing I think of is what about the structure?
Yeah, I mean, just like that.
Let's calm down a little bit. This
Like
is a live shot right now from Memphis. Oh, just went out. Never mind. Let's go to this camera though. This is back over in Martin, Tennessee, which is where we have a storm that is rotating rapidly. This is the storm on the horizon right now. Velocities have been pretty strong on this. And the thinking is that we might get a tornado out of this going towards Martin and Dresden and eventually Murray, Kentucky. This is a full-blown lightning show right now here in northwestern Tennessee, in addition to a really impressive-looking cell here. Martin has the University of Tennessee building there. There's a lot of stuff in Martin. So if you're in Martin, you got to be in your safe place. Again, we're keeping a very close eye on the storm. We don't have anything confirmed yet, but... And I just saw somebody say in the chat that Martin here, it's bad. Keep that bottom right. We also got a new tornado warning east of Paducah. This is going to be for those in Smithfield, Burna, Salem, Midway, Marion, Crane, and View. And we also have still a supercell that's rotating here just south of Eddyville. They have not continued the tornado warning on that. That is currently moving to the northeast. So they'll be moving towards Princeton, but they've not continued a tornado warning on that storm. The storm is nasty.
A new tornado
a single
warning
storm
has
that
been
we've had
issued.
so far that has not been nasty. We have another tornado warning in Indiana for Tipton, Delaware, and Madison counties. And it's probably, I think it's up here. This is going to be for like Muncie and Eaton. You're in the path of 2 areas or 3 areas of rotation northeast of Indianapolis. We got 1, 2, 3, all moving currently to the northeast. Any of those could produce tornadoes as they move northeast. That's the new tornado warning. Currently, central and southern Indiana, at least from Indianapolis back through Bloomington, it's all severe weather right now. All of our tornado warnings are focused really down to your south, where we've had a couple of confirmed tornadoes here recently. One of which was near New Harmony,
tornado
and as well as
warning
going
has
towards
been
Princeton
issued.
and Armstrong. And then another one that's near Jasper, which I don't think is on the ground anymore, but we did have a tornado with that. So we're keeping an eye on that. Another tornado warning in Kentucky. That one's going to be for Graves, Lyon, Callaway, Trigg, and Marshall counties. We're back up to 17 tornado warnings. Tornado warnings are coming in really delayed right now, but it'll pop up. There it is. All right, so it's going to be an extent. This is a new tornado warning, basically in the same area, south of Mayfield. So our rotation is right over the south side of Mayfield. It's moving towards Benton, north and west of Murray, and it will eventually track towards I-24, just south of Calvert City. Maybe in your safe place if you're in that warning. This is the tornado that happened on the west side of Indianapolis here, from Will Burton on Twitter. This was the tornado that happened there not too long ago. Again, just on the west side of Indianapolis. Also, there are reports in Daleville, Indiana, of power flashes on a camera. So Daleville, Indiana, there are reports of power flashes up there. Huge shout out to Johnny with the super chat. I really appreciate that generosity. Thank you, Johnny. Also, shout out to Meredith, Danny, Andrea, and Emily, and Samantha for all the Venmo donations. Yeah, a little rope tornado there west of Indianapolis. The winds were the velocities are still really strong up there. All right, we got a storm rolling in now to Martin, Tennessee. Again, if this is like your last chance, you got to be in your safe place now. If we have a tornado, it'd be coming in from the southwest side of town, approaching State Route 43 here in just a moment. This is back to that live shot in Martin. So this is in Martin, Tennessee right now. We'll see if we have a tornado, if we can spot one. Got a lot of lightning. I need to check how much lightning these storms have. It has to be like an astronomical number. We're getting a flash of lightning every second right now. All right, catch this, guys. You guys ready to hear this? Across all of the storms that we have right now, we are getting 840 lightning strikes a minute. That means we are getting 12,600 lightning strikes every 15 minutes. That is insane. I think I did a calculation for our last severe weather event on Sunday, and I think the number was like 4,000. So we're at triple that right now, which is actually crazy. Evansville, Kentucky. Is that Evansville, Kentucky? This is Evansville, Indiana. We have really strong rotation right now on the northwest side of Evansville. We may have a tornado dropping, approaching Highland, and another area of rotation right over Evansville. This is an unwarned area of rotation that is currently moving northeast.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we have another tornado warning for Kentucky. This is going to be that storm, I think, near Evansville. So they have issued a tornado warning, and that's going to be for Evansville again. This is a more concerning threat than before. We actually have legitimate rotation right now over the northwest side of Evansville, moving towards Highland, Elliott, and Elberfeld, and Chandler and Boone, and as well as Booneville in southern Indiana. So you need to be in your safe place if you're in this tornado warning. Again, 2 areas of rotation right now, moving directly to the northeast. Very dangerous situation. And we also have 2 couplets that are near Blairsville, going towards Armstrong, moving to the northeast. All right, let's get to John with a couple updates on tornado damage while we have a quick second. Go ahead, John.
Alrighty, so this is coming out of the storm that was near Zionsville. It looks like that we have a building that collapsed. So there's a structural collapse, and it appears that a few people are unaccounted for in that structure damage. So time will tell whether or not they are discovered either injured, or we could potentially have some fatalities coming up soon in the near future from these storms. Furthermore, it's not clear whether or not that was part of which tornado was involved in that, because apparently there was 2 debris signatures located on that storm.
Alrighty, thank you, John, for the report. All right, back northwest of Evansville, we have a very tight area of rotation. I do think there's a tornado right now in progress near Armstrong. So this is likely a tornado right now northwest of Evansville. It's going to be moving towards Elberfeld and Elliott, and eventually going towards the Hobstad area here in southern Indiana. So this is, again, likely a tornado. We don't have a debris signature yet. The radar hasn't updated, but the velocities are very strong, and there's likely a tornado here just northwest of Evansville. You need to be in your safe place if you're in this warning. This is, again, a very dangerous storm. All right, storm's moving right into Martin, Tennessee right now. The rotation's over top of Martin. So far, we've not had a confirmed tornado on this storm. It's been just an area of rotation we've been watching closely. So nothing confirmed yet, but we're still keeping a very close eye on that as it continues to move northeast. By the way, this is what it looks like in Millington right now. I do want to go to Millington. This is what it looks like right now live, Millington, Tennessee. Look at the structure on this thing. This is on the radar mega cyclone port. This is a crazy looking structure here. Huge shout out to Kurt with a very generous $200 super chat. Dubs in the chat for Kurt. Really appreciate that generosity. All right. We do have a tornado now in progress on the northwest side of Evansville. So we do have a tornado debris signature now popping up on radar northwest of Evansville, right where I was just talking about, approaching St. Joseph. So debris signature right now northwest of Evansville, Indiana. It's going into St. Joseph and will be approaching Darmstadt near Hillsdale and Early. That's eventually going to be tracking towards Wheatonville and Elberfeld if it is able to stay alive. And confirmed tornado here, which the warning was upgraded to observed. So they have confirmed the tornado warning here. Again, currently moving to the northeast. You can see on the bottom right of your screen, that's the Martin tornado warning. The wind is starting to pick up quite a bit there. I know all storms are bad. Do you have a favorite to report on? When it comes to reporting, my preference is severe weather. Just my opinion. I like hurricanes. They're just, I don't mind doing hurricanes. It's just a lot of repetitiveness, I feel like. And it's also like, you're not, I don't feel like you're helping that many people with hurricanes unless it's ahead of time. Like if it's the day of, like you can cover it, but I feel like the preparations beforehand are way more important in my opinion. So I just think severe weather, like it's like you forecast and you're also doing nowcasting, and it's like way more dangerous to people. I honestly think severe weather is like the most important thing to be live for. We got potentially a significant tornado right now approaching Darmstadt here in Indiana. And this currently, the tornado would be hitting Darmstadt near the Schnucks Market. There's also a flipping out pinball place. There is a tri-state roofing and remodeling building in this town. And you also got a Mexican restaurant called Los Tres Caminos, I think. And then also coming up on Primetime North, Papa John's Pizza. And there's also the First Financial Bank that is in the track of this tornado, which is completely rain-wrapped, approaching Darmstadt. So you need to take cover if you're in this warning. And there's also the Wash Boss Car Wash that's about to take a hit from that tornado. And we are still watching for an area of rotation approaching Muncie and as well as Eaton. It's moving northeast, so we're keeping a close eye on that. And back over in Kentucky, we still have a big wind bag right now moving across western Kentucky with damaging winds, lots of lightning, obviously, and then in addition, a chance for a tornado out of any of these storms as they keep moving to the east-northeast. Let me go back to the Evansville storm real quick. This is a debris ball, by the way. This is a debris ball right over the west side of Darmstadt. That right there is a debris ball on radar. So we have a full-blown debris ball northwest here of Evansville. Approaching Darmstadt as well as Highway 41. Been a beast today. I appreciate that. Thank God my voice hasn't given out. Talking so much. There's been so many things happening. We still have 10 tornado warnings, and this severe weather is still far from over. I want to give you guys a general idea of where we're at right now. Here's our risk outline for severe weather. The Storm Prediction Center maintained the high risk of severe weather this evening. A new tornado warning has been issued. We are still in the high risk of severe weather. Like, it's still not over. And we have the moderate and enhanced risks to go here, like Nashville, Maysville in Kentucky, Columbus, Ohio, and then Dallas-Fort Worth overnight tonight. I mean, this is still far from over right now. Like, it's unbelievable. This is such an elongated threat here for severe weather today. I'm going to go from south to north here. We're going to begin from the south storms near the Fordyce area here in Arkansas. We still have a very intense supercell here approaching Kingsland, and this one could again produce a tornado at any time. It's moving towards Risen, Star City, and Pine Bluff. There's also a threat of some golf ball sized hail, lots of lightning, and 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds as that moves to the northeast. West of Memphis, we got a whole cluster of storms right now coming in. So an entire line of thunderstorms with damaging winds and potential tornadoes.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
I don't know if I can even get through this. We have to go back to Indiana. We have a new confirmed tornado warning. This is an upgrade, I believe. So this is going to be, once again, near Evansville. We have a strong tornado right now in progress going right into Darmstadt. So a strong tornado right now approaching Stacer and Warrenton, moving to the northeast. So we still have a debris signature on this storm, and it's completely rain-wrapped. It'll be moving towards Eberfeld and as well as Fort Branch. Let me go back down to western Tennessee. We're going south to north. Back over in Memphis, again, we got a strong line of thunderstorms, damaging winds being the main concern. There could be some embedded tornadoes with this as it moves into Memphis, Millington, Brighton, and as well as Covington, and a little bit of large hail also being a possibility. Back over near Halls and Dyersburg, we also do have a tornado warning still ongoing. The rotation is pretty rain-wrapped at this point, and it's going to be going towards Dyer and as well as Route 45 as that continues to move northeast. So if you are in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. and interior room of your home or building. Back over in Dresden, the rotation on this cell has become a lot broader, it looks like, over the last few minutes. But if we were to see a tornado, it would be right in this hook here, approaching State Route 190 and eventually moving into Western Kentucky. That would eventually go towards like areas like Murray. The tornado warning for Benton, Kentucky, that rotation's been a little bit broader, but it is still a supercell we need to watch for very closely. Still has the potential of producing a tornado as that continues to move to the northeast. Continue to stay in your safe place if you are in that area. And then just off to the east of Paducah, main concern right now is damaging winds. The rotation's been broader on this activity as well. A lot of convection out in front of it, but we're still watching for the threat of tornadoes there. And then Evansville is where we have most recently had a tornado, and I think we still have one. Still very strong rotation right now, approaching Elliott and as well as Elberfield. We actually could have twin tornadoes right now attempting to form here. So there could be twin tornadoes right now forming near Eberfeld and approaching Wheatonville. These are within like 2 miles of each other right now. One along I-69 and the other one right over Warrenton. All right, we have a report from John regarding the line of storms that just went through Indianapolis. Go ahead, John.
Alrighty, so for that line of storms west of Indianapolis right now, currently they are clocking about 87 mile per hour wind gusts. So very destructive winds, definitely able to cause a lot of harm, bodily harm, and property harm, especially if projectiles are involved. Then for the actual city of Indianapolis, we have about 6 different reports of thunderstorm wind-related damage to trees, homes, and buildings. So again, these storms are producing very high winds. Even if it's not tornadic, definitely take these seriously and seek shelter.
All right, thank you, John, for the report. He meant east of Indianapolis, by the way, not west. But this is the line right now approaching Winchester, Portland, going towards Richmond. It's still destructive. The warnings up here are still labeled as destructive severe thunderstorm warnings, which means that we have damaging winds exceeding 70 miles per hour, or 80 miles per hour, I should say, here across eastern Indiana. So this is still a substantial situation right now, moving towards Portland, Winchester, and Richmond. Unfortunately, it's going to continue. If you're in Salina or Greenville over in western Ohio, be ready for the significant damaging wind threat. I don't think it's letting up anytime soon. A very intense line of thunderstorms with lots of damage ahead. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning west of Indianapolis as well for Franklin for 60 mile per hour winds. A little bit of rotation on that. We'll need to keep an eye on that later on. The tornado warning for those in Jasper has become a lot less concerning. It's still a discrete supercell, but the velocities have been weaker. It is going to be moving in the direction of French Lick, Mitchell, and Bedford. So those will be eventual areas in the track of this particular storm. They have issued a new tornado warning for Warwick, Gibson, Vanderburgh, and Pike counties in Indiana. That is going to look like a crown here near Princeton, Oakland City, and Petersburg. So seek shelter if you are in this tornado warning. It's going to be basically impacting areas right along I-69 between Petersburg and I-64. And we have a large, broad area of rotation all across this line just to the northeast of Evansville. By the way, if you guys have any photos or videos, you can always at me on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at MaxVelocityWX as well. The links to all those are in the description below. In addition to that, we have our Discord server. You can join our weather community and talk all about the weather. That is also linked in the description. Reason why I'm saying this is because we are going to try to post a lot of stuff here over the next couple of days regarding today's outbreak and give you some more in-depth reports because I can't necessarily go through it in a video format. So a lot of that would be over our Twitter and Facebook pages, which are again linked in the description. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Again, we do live streams like this all the time. And again, we'll be live here for the next several hours with tornado outbreak coverage. I honestly do not see this ending anytime soon. All right, we do have a new upgrade. We have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning still continuing. Back over in eastern Indiana, they have upgraded the northern warning. So we are still talking about 80 mile per hour damaging winds approaching Portland and going towards Salina. So still a significant swath of damaging winds right now moving to the east, going towards Portland and Salina. We still actively have 13 tornado warnings, and a lot of them right now are in southwest Indiana and western Kentucky. We still have a couple in Tennessee. One in Martin right now that is mainly off to the north now. And we've actually, this storm's gotten a little bit more concerning. Back over north of Martin, the couplet has come together a little bit over the last couple scans. We got a new area of
tornado
circulation.
warning has been issued.
So just north of Martin, circulation's coming together a little bit right now, moving to the northeast. That is going to be heading towards Murray. That will be eventually moving into southwestern Kentucky. We have a new tornado warning for Weakley, Crockett, Dyer, and Gibson counties in Tennessee. That'll be for Dyer. Storm Intermediate, bottom right of your screen, they are actually on this tornado warning cell. That's going towards Dyer and Sharon. And also we'll be approaching Trenton, Idlewood, and Skull Bone, moving to the northeast.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have yet again another tornado warning. That's going to be for Lincoln, Calhoun, Dallas, and Cleveland counties in Arkansas, which I believe is going to be an extension for this, which has been very, very impressive supercell here. So we got a lot of lightning on this storm going towards Risen, Star City, Pine Bluff. Alzheimer's also in the track of this in the long term. This is a fully discrete supercell here in southeastern Arkansas that is capable of producing a strong and even long track tornado. It's hard to tell if we have a debris signature on this because we have a lot of hail contamination, but the velocities are still very strong, and there's a good chance that this will try to produce a tornado as it moves to the east-northeast. All right. Real quickly, this is Storm Intermedia. They are inside of the tornado warning near in Dyer County. See the wind picking up right now. They got a bit of an RFD surge coming in. There might be a tornado on this storm. We don't really know. There's a hook echo still on this going towards Dyer. Thank you, Jeremiah, for the very generous PayPal donation. Anybody that also thank you, Roger, Amber, Meredith, and Carson for the Venmo donations. All right, let's go back to Kentucky. We have a very messy area of storms right now here in Kentucky. I'm going to go back to this radar site, though. Okay, this storm in Benton is a little bit more concerning. We do have an area of convergence right now, right over near Highway 641. It's going to be approaching fair dealing. This rotation is attempting to come together still, moving to the northeast. It was a little bit stronger a little while ago, but it's still there. And so if we get a tornado, that'd be going towards I-24 in Eddyville in about 25 minutes or so. So we still need to keep a very close eye on that storm. Okay, that's not good. We have a strong tornado northeast of Martin. Okay, this is not what we wanted to see. This has now tightened. We now have a tornado in progress northeast of Martin. It's about to cross into Kentucky. So we now have a tornado approaching Austin Springs, right along State Route 118. This is likely a strong tornado. This has developed a lot here over the last few minutes. Moving to the northeast. You got to be in your safe place. Get away from windows, lowest floor possible.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This is a dangerous tornado moving to the northeast right now.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
And trying to find Austin Springs here.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
They have issued a new tornado warning on this storm since the other one's going to be ending. It says radar indicated, but this is definitely on the ground. So, again, we definitely have a tornado here. There's also a new tornado warning for Crittenden, Hopkins, Cadwell, and Webster counties. You'd be in your safe place if you're in those areas. Here's your latest radar scan. And, again, significant tornado right now hitting near Austin Springs and also near Duke Dome. And they're also right now where this tornado is hitting is the Final Alert K9. I'm not sure what that is, but there is like a home there. You also got a Knob Creek Church of Christ coming up. And in Austin Springs, you got a couple cemeteries. Looks like some farms. So luckily, this is kind of rural areas. It looks like just some farms here. But if you are in this warning, You need to be in your safe place. This is a fully rain-wrapped tornado with a debris signature currently heading northeast towards Bell City. This tornado is definitely rain-wrapped, and it looks like there's a chance they'll get like a little mezzo handoff on this thing. We could get a new tornado trying to develop on this further to the east. Not something you want to see, but again, confirmed tornado on this storm. They need to issue a new tornado warning for this area here. They're probably going to in a second because we do have a tornado approaching the Kentucky border. If you're watching right now from Cuba or Bell City, just south of Sedalia and south of Mayfield, Kentucky, you need to be in your safe place. There's no tornado warning here right now, but we have a confirmed tornado heading in your direction right now.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
All right, this has now been upgraded. It is a confirmed tornado warning for Weakley County in Tennessee. They don't currently have a tornado warning, though, going into Kentucky, which is kind of concerning because this storm is about to be going right into not really a populated area, but again, some rural areas here just south of Mayfield. Waiting for another radar scan here, but again, probably a strong tornado right now heading into southern Kentucky. No tornado warning for this area, even though there is a tornado approaching. It's approaching Bell City in Cuba. If you have any friends or family here, just make sure that they are aware that there's a tornado that might be going into this area, because there is actively no warning on this for Kentucky. It's approaching the Mount Pleasant Mennonite Church, and there's also coming up into southern Kentucky. There's the Southern Reds Barbecue and Catering Store, which is in Pilot Oak, which is just north of Dukedom. And then it will also be going towards Linville, which Linville is really more what's on track for this. There's a Dollar General in Linville. And there's also a Baptist church and the Barbiosia Cycles. And the plant bin and L&C mower parts are in the track right now of a tornado here coming up into southern Kentucky. Here's the latest scan. So this tornado now is entering into Austin Springs in Tennessee. Again, just north of Martin right now, where we have this tornado. This is honestly concerning. We have a mesocyclone handoff happening on this, so we might get another tornado that's stronger going towards Murray. Right here. This is something that you're going to be needing to be ready for if you're Murray.
This is an urgent alert.
Probably going to get a new
tornado
right
is
here,
on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
They have gone ahead and issued a new tornado warning for this. It is a confirmed tornado warning heading towards Murray. We have 3 areas of rotation right now. We have 3. We got one currently east of Benton. We got another one west of Murray, and then we got the other one west of Hazel. These are all strong areas of rotation. They're not even weak. They're all strong. This is a mesocyclone handoff. This is just another one that's embedded in some rain. And then this is one that is east of Benton that's also a little bit more concerning. That's going to be heading towards Lake Barkley and then eventually towards the north side of Cadiz. So we got a dangerous situation unfolding right now in western Kentucky. And also the Dyersburg storm. There is still some rotation on this, approaching Dyer. This is a live shot right now on the radar mega cyclone port from Gibson County. We actually have, it looks like some sort of lowering back there in the middle left. There's, again, a lot of lightning on this storm. This is not a time lapse. This is literally just live. There's just so much lightning with these storms. They're highly electrified. We're having over 12,000 lightning strikes every 15 minutes from Michigan to Arkansas. Okay. Let's go back up to the north real quick. I've been kind of leaving some people hanging in Indiana and as well as Ohio. Ohio right now, there's nothing happening. If you're in Ohio, there's nothing. A little bit of lightning on the northwest side of the state, some strong storms, but nothing severe. What we're really going to be watching for is this line of storms that's pushing in right now. This is producing significant damaging winds that are currently exceeding 70 to 80 miles per hour. This has been an intense line of storms that has knocked out a lot of power in and around Indianapolis.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
84,000 people without power in Indiana due to the severe weather. So be ready for this. They have issued a new severe thunderstorm warning out in front of this going towards Lima for 70-mile-per-hour damaging winds and quarter-sized hail. We do have a new tornado warning for Jasper. If you are in Jasper, Indiana, you need to be in your safe place. Once again, a new storm system's coming your way. Got a little circulation here north of Boonville, moving towards Huntingburg and Jasper, and also Fernandad. Also, south of Oakland City, we have a tight area of rain wrap rotation that is going to be approaching Winslow, and as well as Pikeville, moving to the northeast in southern Indiana. Moments ago in Darmstadt, Indiana, there is a report of from a storm chaser in Darmstadt, Indiana, just north of Evansville, that a tornado crossed Highway 41 less than a half a mile to their north. All right, guys, we got another strong tornado in progress. Got a new tornado that has just dropped. This is northeast of Martin, Tennessee. This is going towards Murray, Kentucky, which is way more populated. Murray, Kentucky, you need to be in your safe place. We got a tornado heading in your direction right now. This includes 38,000 people, by the way, that are included in this tornado warning. There is an unwarned tornado actually right now here in
a new tornado warning has been issued
of Indiana. Yeah, I've been calling this out here for several minutes now, and it's now coming to fruition where we do have a strong tornado heading towards Murray. And this could be on the ground for a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. But this is right in the hook echo. There's a big debris signature right over Midway in Tennessee. It's going to be crossing into Kentucky. It's probably in Kentucky as we speak. And it's going to be approaching Murray. Before it hits Murray, there are some farms in the track. And then
a new tornado warning has been issued.
There are some farms in the track. And then there's also, once this gets closer to Murray, this will be approaching the Oaks Country Club. There's also the Murray State University that is in the path of this. You also got the Trends and Treasures Merchants Mall, Coach Estates, MSU Exposition Center, a full-blown university pretty much on the west side of town here, and then a bunch of restaurants, including a Culver's that's coming up. But again, we got a strong tornado right now that has crossed into Kentucky. It's approaching Wiswell here in the next 10 minutes. And it will also be approaching Murray. So this is your you got to get to your safe place right now if you're in Murray, Kentucky. This is a strong tornado, and it could be even on the more intense side of things. This is right over Bell City. There's a lot of trees here. Currently moving to the northeast. I would assume that, I mean, I don't know if they will, but they could issue a
tornado
PDS
warning has been issued.
Also, we got a bunch of new tornado warnings. We just got a new one. Going to be going towards the north side of Cadiz near Princeton, just south of Eddyville. This is a tornado that would be right here east of Fair Dealing, going towards Rock Castle, Lemonosco, Friendship, and Cobb. You're in the path of a tornado, or tornado warning, possible tornado. Probably going to get a tornado out of that, actually. And we have a strong, potentially large tornado right now, just north of Midway. It's going to be approaching Murray. This is the latest radar scan. So this tornado over the east side now of Bell City. Approaching the city here of Murray, Kentucky. The latest scan still showing again, a strong tornado right now over the east side of Bell City. This is currently hitting some farms. There's not really any notable locations in this exact area that I can like call out here.
This is an
PBS.
emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So this is now officially a particularly dangerous situation for those in Murray. You need to be in your safe place right now if you are in Murray. It's a large and extremely dangerous tornado that's going to be heading into Murray over the next few minutes. And Murray, again, is a very populated city.
A new
This is
tornado
home to
warning has been issued.
About 36,000 people. We have a debris ball essentially right now on radar. Debris ball heading towards Murray. If you have any friends or family in Murray, they need to, you need to alert them. Make sure that they're in their safe place. But we have a significant tornado right now that's going to be heading into the town of Murray over the next few minutes. This is producing significant damage to some farms and some forests and whatnot back over here near Bell City. And is currently tracking to the northeast. I'll have another radar scan in a second, but again, significant tornado right now heading towards Murray. Try to get this up on Twitter here. This is the latest radar scan. We definitely still have a tornado here. It's now approaching 1270 Road near Harris Grove. And it's going to be coming up on Wiswell. So Wiswell, you're about to be hit by this tornado over the next few minutes. I'm trying to get some idea here where we're at on the map here. So currently this tornado is hitting the Taylor Store Farms and also the Moore Cemetery. So those are taking a direct hit from this tornado here, just southwest of Murray. And then eventually it's going to be coming up on Pascal AG Operations, which is another farm. And then after that, it comes up on the more populated region. We got a lot of homes and people that live here on the southwest side of Murray. Let's hope again that this occludes before it hits Murray, because this would be potentially almost catastrophic for Murray if this tornado enters the town. It'd be very destructive. The velocities have gotten a little bit weaker over the last couple scans, which is a good sign, but there's definitely still a tornado here. And apparently the Murray State University has more than 10,000 students. So you need to be in your safe place. I don't know what that safe place is right now. If you're in the Murray University, might be a bathroom, might be getting the mattress off your dorm bed and putting it over you. That's the best thing you can do right now in case this thing does stay on the ground all the way through Murray. The latest radar scan is showing a lower at least a lower CC value. So basically meaning the debris signature is not as intense. But tornado is still in progress, approaching Wiswell. But we need to still monitor the situation very closely in case this does stay on the ground or does intensify again magically. There's about 18,000 people, by the way, in Murray. And then in addition to it being a college town, a lot of people in this warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have yet again another tornado warning that has been issued. This is going to be for those in Johnson, Hancock, Shelby, and Marion counties in Indiana. We have a slew of tornado warnings right now in southwest Indiana. I'm not gonna lie, I don't see a whole lot right now that looks super concerning on radar. But we have some areas of rotation, just nothing that's like imminently going to be on the ground here. Just make sure that you're in your safe place. I'm much more concerned right now about the storms that are down in Kentucky. We actually have a tornado warning on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Believe it or not, there's a tornado warning. If you're in the southeast side of Indianapolis near Greenwood, we actually may have just had a brief tornado on the southwest side of Greenwood. velocities came together here right over Greenwood, and I think that's what the warning is for. So we may have just had a brief tornado on the southern suburbs here of Indianapolis near Greenwood. If there's still a tornado, it'll be going towards New Palestine and also near Sugar Creek and London. You are in the path of a potential tornado here. That will be moving to the northeast. Or Highway 52. And don't forget, if you're over in Ohio, our main concern right now is significant damaging winds. The tornado threat will also be existent. Your tornado watch goes until 4 a.m. So we got a long period of time here for severe weather. I do take that back about the Indiana rotation for this cell. Back over near Mitchell, we actually have a pretty good area of rotation. It's a little bit more aloft. The rotation's a little bit stronger there, approaching Orleans and Mitchell. So that's moving northeast. Going back to the PDS tornado warning near Murray. Again, we have a large tornado in progress approaching the southwest side of the town. This is a debris signature that has shrunk a little bit here over the last few minutes. But it is going to be approaching, again, Murray. I have a new radar scan here in a second. This is a big college town. Again, please take shelter if you're in Murray. And if you're just tuning in now and you're in a dorm room or something like that there at the Murray State University, just get into a bathtub or, put a mattress over you, whatever you got to do to stay safe. You got a helmet because you have a bike. You might want to put that on in case this thing does rip through Murray. We've seen a noticeable weakening trend, but it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. It's going to be right there. It's coming right into the southwest side of town. If it's still on the ground, which we don't know yet if it is, but if it is still on the ground, it's coming into the southwest side of Murray right now. A lot of homes are on the southwest side. There's also the Murray Massage and Rickman Construction and the Charter Senior Living of Murray that's in this southwest side here, which it looks like the last couple of debris signatures here, it is a smaller tornado or it has occluded. So this is a good trend that we're seeing on the radar. Once again, another narrow, it looks like, I'm not going to guarantee it, but there is at least a likelihood here there's another narrow miss here of another town or city being narrowly missed by a strong tornado. But still stay in your safe place. Again, we could see this still be on the ground or even recycle. Rotation is still really strong right now. Further north of this storm in Kentucky, going towards Rock Castle and Interstate 24. Velocities here are still really strong. We're going towards Friendship. Another velocity scan in a second, but we could still easily get a tornado out of this as it moves east-northeast towards Cobb and I-24. Thank you so much, Deborah, by the way, for the very generous gift of memberships. Appreciate that. Also, shout out Kurt. I think I said that. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Indianapolis update. We have a tornado warning just on the southeast side of Indianapolis. I think this warning is not going to last much longer, though, because the rotation was very brief over Greenwood. And right now, it looks like mostly just some damaging winds approaching I-74. I'm going to check and see, though, if we have a view of this. Southeast side of Indianapolis. The winds are very strong right now near Pleasant View. There are a lot of people that live in this warning, but again, from what I'm seeing, the rotation has at least been on the weaker side of things here over the last several minutes. So what it looks like right now, it's kind of a blurry camera, but it's looking west at where this tornado warning cell would be. Try to click this again. You can see how windy it is right now. It's very windy. The visibility is near zero. There's basically nobody. Wow, that's a big flash. I don't know if that was a power flash. That might have been a power flash. That was really bright. That was another really bright flash here on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Those are really bright flashes. So there might be, I don't think there's a tornado, but there's definitely very high winds there, which again, high winds can still lead to power flashes. They've updated the tornado warning. It is still a PDS tornado warning for Murray. There is still maybe some level of debris right now in the atmosphere, right over the town of Murray, approaching Van Cleve or Cleve. And it will eventually move towards Highway 80, moving northeast, just south of Alamo. So there might still be some debris in the atmosphere, but again, I don't think there's an active tornado anymore, but obviously treat this as if there is one. There's no reason to go back to playing Xbox or whatever you're trying to do at college. You need to continue to stay in your safe place. As of 2 minutes ago, there is a spotter that is reporting a tornado on the ground still. So sounds like there is still something here over Murray, which again, this is still a PDS tornado warning for Murray and Alamo. So as of 2 minutes ago, there is still a tornado according to a storm spotter. And this could be going right into the Murray State University area. If there's still a tornado, it could be also impacting the Murray-Callaway County Hospital, Rudy's on the Square Restaurant, Go for Pizza, East Side Tire. And there's also a truck mobile repair place.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This tornado is probably completely rain wrapped, though, now on the central and east side of Murray. If we still had a tornado, it'd be now on the east side of Murray. So it looks like the college area likely just narrowly got missed by a potential tornado still. On the east side of Murray is where this is at. It's approaching Van Cleve and going right up Highway 80, moving to the northeast. This is still a PDS tornado warning. It is still a particularly dangerous situation. And spotters have reported a tornado as well as of about 4 or 5 minutes ago. We also have a new tornado warning. This is going to be...
A new tornado warning has been issued.
It's going to be back over in northwestern Tennessee. This is going to be for Puryear and Buchanan. As radar indicated rotation right over Puryear, moving to the northeast towards Highway 280. We also have another tornado warning for Kentucky. That is going to be for Breckenridge, Ohio, and Hancock counties. So we're still at 14 tornado warnings. Obviously, the outbreak here of severe weather is far from over.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So Muhlenberg, Davies, Hopkins, McLean, and Webster counties are in another tornado warning as well. This is the new one east of Owensboro. This is a little prefrontal discrete cell here that's moving towards Cloverport and Hardinsburg. So if you're in this tornado warning, you got to be in your safe place, moving towards Cloverport. Moving to the northeast. This storm northwest of Cadiz here in western Kentucky. Rotation is still very strong.
This
on
is an
thing
urgent
right now.
alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
There's another one. We have another confirmed tornado warning. This is going to be for Callaway, Trigg, and Marshall counties. This is another new tornado warning. We have so many tornado warnings again. A spotter has confirmed a tornado on the ground with a Cadiz storm. So this tornado is confirmed via a weather spotter near Rockcastle, heading towards Cobb, just north of Cadiz. They have issued a new confirmed tornado warning just east of Murray. This is heading in the direction of Aurora, Canton, and Donaldson. Cadiz is also going to be in the path of this. We have basically a line of tornado warnings in western Kentucky. So if you're out in front of these storms, if you're back over in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Bowling Green, just be ready. I mean, you're probably going to get at least some damaging winds, perhaps even a tornado risk as these storms head in your direction. This is still a very dangerous situation right now across Kentucky. Stay zoomed out here for just a second. All right. Thank you, Nicholas. Really appreciate that. I was near Lake City when it was. This is somebody from the chat saying, I was near Lake City when this tornado hit. The back of my truck lifted and slammed back onto the ground. Everyone, be careful chasing. Well, I hope you stayed safe, man. Appreciate the generosity. That was a scary tornado, to say the least. And if you guys don't already know, we had a tornado emergency earlier in this stream. That was back over in Lake City, Kentucky. That was far northeastern Kentucky. We had a significant tornado there. And unfortunately, from what we've seen, there is major damage to that area.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
You know, not a good situation. All right, we do have another tornado warning that has just been issued. This can be back up in Perry, Orange, Du Bois, and Crawford counties in Indiana. Also, before that warning comes down here, rotation on the southern tornado warnings near Jasper and St. Bernard are not as concerning, but we're still keeping an eye on them. We have a tornado warning also south of Bloomington. This rotation's been on the stronger side of things, right over Mitchell. So the potential for a strong tornado does exist with this as it moves towards Brownstown, Freetown, eventually Seymour in southern central Indiana. We got an impressive supercell right now, moving to the northeast, and it'll be going towards Brownstown. We also have a new tornado warning. Again, this is your new one, so they're just extending the warning that we already had. East of Jasper. It's also going to be heading towards English and Leavenworth. People are trapped in a warehouse in Indianapolis. That's not good to hear. John, do we have any more reports? Just let me know. No problem, Aviation. Glad I can help.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Updated the PDS tornado warning. It is still a particularly dangerous situation for those on the east side of Murray. So stay in your safe place if you are in this tornado warning. They upgraded the warning, or did they? Or is this just an update? This is a different storm. We have a new PDS tornado warning. It's this one. Calhoun and Livermore. This is now officially a particularly dangerous situation. Sorry, this is going to be over to the north of Central City. It's going to be heading towards the south side of Owensboro. This is a brand new PDS tornado warning, a large and extremely dangerous tornado right now heading east-northeast. You gotta be in your storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. The tornado right now is over the north side of Madisonville and Kentucky. It's heading towards Semaway and as well as Calhoun. So this is another large and extremely dangerous tornado that has just dropped in northern Kentucky. This is a fully rain-wrapped tornado. Again, let me double check this. I'm pretty sure this is just an observed tornado. Yeah, weather spotters have confirmed a tornado. Look at the velocities. This could easily be an intense tornado right now, approaching Semaway and Calhoun here in northern Kentucky. Velocities are pretty much off the charts with this thing moving northeast. This could easily be an intense tornado, and it's rain wrapped. We don't have a debris signature yet.
A new
but this
tornado
is
warning has been
potentially
issued.
Major tornado right now, heading towards Sacramento, Semaway, Calhoun, and Livermore in northern Kentucky. If this does continue to be tornadic, it would be eventually going towards the south side of Owensboro. Long term, it's Louisville, but I mean that's just too long term. I mean, there's just so many things happening. Things could easily change on a dime. This is right along I-69. Is there traffic cameras here? Hey, Lori, appreciate that. Tell it to stop. I wish I could. I'm just being honest. Everything that we basically said that was forecast today has happened, which is unfortunate. I mean, this has been a really, terrible day so far, and it's still far from over. But I mean, I will honestly, this day will easily be rememberable with how many tornadoes we've had, how many tornado warnings we've had. And I also want to throw it out there, like, we had one tornado warning at 5 p.m. And a lot of people were starting to call this a complete, bust and stuff. By 6, we had like 20, and it just took off. Like, it literally went insane so fast. I don't think this day will be forgotten for a long time with what we've seen. All right, brand new radar scan has just came in. Again, rotation is now traveling right up I-69. This is again a large and extremely dangerous tornado that is moving in the direction of Calhoun, Lemon, as well as in the path of this. National Weather Service of Paducah just tweeted on Twitter that a tornado is on the ground north of Madisonville, Kentucky, and it has just crossed I-69. You need a shelter now. So this is, again, a very dangerous situation right now in northern Kentucky. CC radar has not updated, but I'm guessing that this is going to be a really significant tornado
A
here.
new tornado warning has been issued.
We have a new tornado warning for Hopkins, Trigg, Christian, and Cadwell counties. We have a lot of it. We still have so many storms rotating. We got another one over near west of Crofton. We got another one northwest of Cadiz that is still rotating. Is Ohio just a wind threat? Ohio is not just a wind threat. There is still a chance for a couple of tornadoes with that line. And a low chance of a discrete supercell. What does concern me about the storm west of Crofton is that it is a discrete cell. And we still have a hook on it. So going towards Nortonville, the storm definitely is still concerning. Going to be going towards I-69 and also 169 as that moves northeast. We don't have a debris signature on this
A
PDS
new
tornado
tornado
warning
warning has been issued.
But again, at least according to spotters, there's an extremely dangerous tornado here. Velocities are also off the charts. I mean, we're talking about a very intense tornado if that's on the ground. They have issued another tornado warning for Daviess County in Kentucky. We are back up to 14 tornado warnings. They're pretty much all right now in southern Indiana or far northwestern Tennessee. We do have one warning east of Indianapolis near Newcastle. And this rotation right now is approaching Newcastle. Little area of convergence here north of I-70, just north of Spiceland. Latest radar scan just coming in. Pretty good timing here. So seek shelter if you're in the warning. Yeah, nothing confirmed as of right now, though, on that storm. This is our new tornado warning. It's again a prefrontal supercell that's approaching Cloverport and Hardinsburg. We still have a hook echo on this thing near Whitesville, going to the northeast towards Cloversport. There's also a new report in Madisonville, Kentucky. Another report that there is a large tornado on the ground. Moving to the northeast. John, do you want to talk about the tornado damage real quick? I was able to tell friends and family in 2 states about this 2 days ago. Thanks to you. I'm glad I can help. All right, let's go to John. Quick report on some tornado damage. Go ahead, John.
All right, so this is an early report from the Paducah area to the southeast. In the Gage community, we have reports of multiple structures damaged in the area. Looks like that there are 4 individuals that have been injured from these very strong winds and tornadic activity in the area.
Oh, thank you, John, for the report. All right. I had to get water because I ran out. The worst is having a tornado while you're sleeping. I agree. That is pretty factual. I'm not going to lie. The worst threat of severe weather is when you are sleeping. It's just simply how it is. PDS tornado warning, I believe, was just downgraded. I think it's back to radar indicated. Rotation on this storm has become a little bit broader over the last few minutes near Oton, approaching Calhoun. We don't have a CC drop on this storm, and the velocities have become a little bit weaker. So the PDS tornado warning tag has been taken off. It is back down to now a normal tornado warning, not even a confirmed tornado, just a normal tornado warning now, moving to the northeast. We still have a slew of tornado warnings. I do want to go back to Tennessee real quick. Tornado warning here that's going to be for west of, or just south of Dresden, east of Dyersburg. That rotation's been broader, and the storm has actually moved out of the tornado warning, so I don't think that's going to continue. We have an intense line of thunderstorms right now moving right through Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee, you're getting hammered right now with wind and potentially even some hail. It's a live shot back over north of Memphis in Millington. And again, just notice lots of lightning. That's been one of the biggest stories here in Western Tennessee. Has been the amount of lightning, wind that we've had out of these storms. It just continues. Do have a new mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center back over in eastern Indiana and western Ohio, which I know many of you guys are tuning in from these areas. They have gone ahead and mentioned that there is a
new
mesoscale
tornado warning
convective
has
system
been issued
that is going to be capable of producing severe wind gusts and embedded tornadoes. And this will continue to track eastward across eastern Indiana and as well as western Ohio. And they have left the peak probability or probable peak intensity, most probable peak intensity.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
There is basically what it says here is that there's a chance still for strong tornadoes, significant damaging winds, and also large hail. So those are some new updates regarding these storms. All right. Let's go back to the upgraded tornado warning. This has taken a swing, and I don't even know what's going on anymore. They had it as PDS. It went back to radar indicated, and it's now confirmed again. Okay, that is a big tornado. Oh my goodness. All right. That is a big tornado approaching Jewel City. There is a debris ball right now approaching Calhoun. That is a huge tornado. This is going to go PDS again. If this stays on the ground, this is going to go PDS. We got a big time tornado right now heading towards Calhoun in northern Kentucky, just south of Owensboro. This is a likely large and extremely dangerous tornado that is completely rain wrapped. That is a huge debris signature. The radar site back off to the west also confirms this. That is a big tornado. The debris is being lifted up tens of thousands of feet would be my guess. If you get a measurement, by the way, PJ, let me know. But this is a fully rain-wrapped, significant tornado. The debris signature is about 2 miles wide. That does not mean the tornado is that wide, but this is obviously a large tornado right now, approaching the town of Calhoun in Kentucky. And coming up in Calhoun, Kentucky, we have the Ross Cemetery, the Rice Contracting LLC. And in Calhoun, that's really where everything is. I got a Jay's Drive-In, got a bunch of different homes, got a dam in the area as well. The Calhoun Police Department. There's a funeral homes building, the Big Oak General Store, Calhoun Elementary School, the Dollar General. And there's also a Mexican restaurant on the north side of town that is in the track of again, a huge tornado right now that is moving east. And this storm's taken such a weird turn. I can't believe we just went from no debris signature, but in crazy strong rotation to now this big debris signature. This is just massive. Let me try going up tilts real quick. I mean, this is just a big tornado. That is serious debris, too. Right along Highway 138. Just south of Owensboro, Kentucky.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
This is approaching the Pond River campgrounds. If you're in the campgrounds and you're watching the stream, you've got to get into a ditch or a sturdy structure. Right where this tornado is. And it's also it's going to be going right along the Green River all the way up until it gets to Calhoun if it stays on the ground. Of another radar scan here in a moment. I mean, look, this literally came out of nowhere. I can't believe how it just pops up like a lot weaker by the looks of it. We have another tornado warning in Indiana, as well as Kentucky. This is west of Radcliffe. It's a discrete cell moving towards Cloverport. So seek shelter if you're in that warning. Obviously, our concern right now is shifted to this big tornado that dropped. And the latest radar scan is showing a little bit of a smaller debris signature, but it is right over Jewel City, which is, again, right where we have a campground where people might be camping right now. The debris has at least been lofted 10,000 feet into the atmosphere. So this is undoubtedly a strong tornado here. Undoubtedly a strong tornado. And it's fully rain wrapped, which makes it even more concerning. Yeah, that right there is your velocity signature too. That's the tornado. Moving right into Calhoun, Kentucky. Over the next few minutes. Where's Calhoun, Kentucky? South of Owensboro. It's south of Evansville, southwest kind of Louisville. This is a more zoomed out view of all the watches and warnings we have right now. All the pinks are tornado watches or warnings, and tornado watches are in effect from northwest Ohio and even near Cleveland all the way back into southern Arkansas, where we are still expecting several tornadoes over the next several hours. All of our tornado warnings, for the most part, are centered across western Kentucky and southern Indiana. We have one little outlier east of Indianapolis, and then we got one other outlier, which should be canceled already, north of Jackson, Tennessee. A good reminder, if you're out in front of these storms, because we've already had a lot of power outages, I would recommend charging up any phones, laptops. If you have any sort of loose line items outside, bring those inside. High winds are pretty likely with this entire line of thunderstorms. And if you're in a mobile home, have a sturdy structure in mind and ready to go if you're under a tornado warning or even a severe thunderstorm warning that's capable of damaging winds. And once again, this is a tornado that is confirmed right now heading towards Calhoun. It is a significant tornado that'll be moving to Calhoun if it can stay on the ground. Utica, Livermore, and the south side of Owensboro would be in the track of this. You need to be in your safe place if you are in this tornado warning. What's the total count so far? Let's see. These are all the SPC reports so far today. Which again, this is preliminary. This is definitely going to increase for everything, and we still have more tornadoes to come. So this number is already kind of underestimated. But we currently have 19 total tornado reports, 121 wind reports, and then 161 hail reports. That number again will definitely increase. If I had to guess, we've at least had 24 tornadoes today. That's a guesstimate. I don't know if we have, but that's a guess. All right, I think we have, honestly, and that includes the morning tornadoes. We were live this morning before this outbreak happened, and we end up seeing 2 or 3 different tornadoes on radar even this morning before all this madness happened. So there have been plenty of tornadoes confirmed. Debris has now been lofted almost 20,000 feet. So this is a significant tornado again, and just west of Calhoun. Or was. It depends on if this is still on the ground. We don't know if it's on the ground still, but assuming that it is, that's a significant tornado.
Let's get some clearing.
Okay, look at this. That's a
tornado.
Yep.
Look at the size of that thing. Can we also route this?
There's-
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh,
You've
yeah,
got a horizontal vortex there, like a little satellite is what we call that. Most often you will only see those on the most violent days. Okay, let's try to check in with.
Also a tornado possible label. That storm will be moving east-northeast. Also, another mesoscale discussion, the potential for strong, damaging wind gusts and perhaps a few brief tornadoes will overspread into the region between midnight and 1 a.m. So that stretches across central Kentucky, southern Indiana, and back into western and central Tennessee, including areas near Nashville as well. The probable, or the most probable peak intensity. All right, John, do you want to go ahead with your reports? The severe wind reports and stuff. Yeah. Before we do that, we have a new tornado on the ground in Indiana. This is near Guthrie. We have a new tornado that has just dropped near Heltonville over the last few minutes. Also, Kentucky's.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Okay, so first off, tornado is now on the ground. This is a different storm near Norman and Freetown going towards Houston, moving to the northeast. Also, Kentucky State Police are reporting that there is a funnel cloud along Route 138 approaching Calhoun, Kentucky. However, the trooper cannot confirm a tornado
A
due
new
to the
tornado
rain.
warning has been issued.
So just heads up. But again, we do have a confirmed tornado now in Indiana near Heltonville. It is going to be moving towards Houston, and long term, it'll be moving towards like the Columbus area here in Indiana. Again, yet again, another confirmed tornado. It has not officially been confirmed by the National Weather Service, but that is radar confirmed. All right, let's go ahead with the latest reports. Go ahead, John.
Alrighty, so this is primarily a lot of severe wind in northeastern Indiana. We had reports of 100-mile-per-hour gusts coming from the line of storms that is now entering Ohio. This has contributed to several power lines and trees being toppled. So this storm is going to be producing a lot of severe winds ahead of it. So for Ohio, definitely take notice of the winds now, and we still cannot rule out the potential for any rotation, as right now these storms could still form.
Alrighty, thank you, John, for the report. So apparently 100-mile-per-hour winds in northwest Indiana, or northeastern Indiana. That's crazy. We do have a new tornado warning just northwest of Hopkinsville. This has just been issued. Radar indicated rotation moving to the east-northeast towards Crofton. So be in your safe place if you're in that tornado warning. I'm pretty concerned right now about this Cloverport storm. And it's a discrete supercell, and the velocities have been coming together a lot over the last few minutes. I really do think that there's a potential here for a tornado with this going towards Louisville. So if you're back up near Louisville, definitely stay weather aware. Stay alert. We have a discrete cell heading that direction, and these are the kind of storms that can still produce strong tornadoes this evening in Kentucky.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
All right, the tornado warning for Davies and McLean counties has been upgraded, or there's a new tornado warning. It's observed. And I believe it's this mess right now near Owensboro. It's a storm It's actually the northern warning, I think. Or no, they just issued a new one. So they've issued a new confirmed tornado warning here just south of Owensboro, approaching I-165. You'll be in your safe place here if you're in Owensboro or on the south side of Owensboro. Luckily, it's not in Owensboro because that's a much more populated area. Even if you're in Owensboro, you need to be in your safe place because of the tornado warning that's up there. Shout out to Thomas, as well as Corey, Rose, and Shane, all for the Venmo donations. Thank you, Jace, and as well as Jeremiah, the very generous PayPal donations as well. Really appreciate the support. Thank you, anybody that has become a member of the channel, and as well as even Super Chat. You guys are way too kind. And you guys supporting us is able to help us do what we do here. Again, we have so many storm chasers. I mean, you might think it costs nothing, but it really does. We have a lot of stuff going on here, so I really do appreciate all the support and everything today. This has been obviously a crazy outbreak, and hopefully we can also contribute to the relief efforts here that are going to be happening across the Ohio Valley, Mississippi River Valley. We've had some substantial tornadoes, obviously, and so yeah, there's a long recovery ahead here for some people, especially in Lake City, where it looked like there was just major tornado damage. Still seeing an uptick of rotation right now, approaching Union Star. The storm that's back over, that was near Calhoun, it looks like we've had a mesocyclone handoff over the last few minutes. You can actually see we had a tornado not too long ago over Calhoun. That was a strong tornado. It looks like now we are about to have a new tornado develop on the south side here of Owensboro, approaching Knoxville. So a new tornado is attempting to develop right now. And there's also one just east of Calhoun right here that's trying to develop. So we have really two areas of interest with this storm just south of Owensboro. And then we also have very strong rotation near Cloverport. That is a discrete supercell. Again, a prefrontal storm that is formed back over north of Hardinsburg. That is moving northeast. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like I didn't say it in the moment, but when we had a tornado on the ground in Lake City, I almost cried. Like I was very close to tearing up when I was watching the footage that we were looking at. It was seriously scary, and I hope everybody's okay there.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
I usually don't get emotional on streams, but like the amount of I don't think I've ever covered that large of a tornado before. Like I'm gonna be honest, like I don't think I've ever covered that large of a tornado in size on any of these live streams. So we have a new tornado warning in Indiana that's going to be west of Columbus, east of Bloomington. We did have a tornado on this not too long ago, but we no longer have a debris signature. That tornado has occluded near Heltonville. So we may see another tornado develop here going towards Elkinsville, Pikes Peak, Ogleville, and Clarksdale. So a new tornado may develop with this as it continues to move to the northeast, eventually going towards Columbus. A lot of people are saying me too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I mean, that was scary. John, if you end up finding any reports about that tornado in Lake City, let me know. I don't know if there's anything other than what you told me earlier. The tornado warning here has been updated northwest of Irvington and Bradenville, or Bradenburg, I cannot read, going towards Leavenworth. Again, our main area of rotation is right along the Kentucky and Indiana border, and it's, again, tracking in the direction of Louisville. So over the next 30 minutes to an hour, it's going to be approaching Louisville as a discrete supercell. So if you're in Louisville, continue to stay, I would stay awake if you can. If you're in Louisville, just stay alert. And the potential here for a tornado does exist. It will eventually track towards Louisville. This is kind of like the general area of where it will go. Might just stay to your north and west, but nonetheless, you want to stay vigilant here, because it is a discrete cell. These are the kind of storms that were producing the large tornadoes that we had earlier. So I'm not saying we're definitely going to get one out of this, but it's in a pretty favorable environment. A fatality was reported in Lake City. All right, let's go ahead and go to John with some more damage reports. Go ahead, John.
All right, so this is I have a lot of photos that I can actually on stream of some of the damage that's been coming in from Lake City, and it is just catastrophic. There are cars and trucks that have been flipped over. Right now, I'm looking at GMC Sierra that's been flipped over, belly side up, crushed, and potentially skewered by a 2x4. Furthermore, I'm seeing parts of slabs to a brick home, all interior features thrown all over the place, and then other cars that have been toppled over, entangled in wires with a tree on top. It's just heartbreaking. I haven't seen any reports of fatalities or injuries yet. I'm fairly certain some will definitely come out, but we're still in the early stages of recovery efforts, as a lot of local news are just getting to reporting on these features.
All righty, thank John for the update. All right, let's go to okay. We might have a video from one of the tornadoes earlier. This is from Madison Qualls in Lake City from earlier on Twitter. This was another view of that wedge tornado that we had, in case you missed it. Back over in Qualls. This is somebody that lives here too, I'm pretty sure. That's like scary. We also had from Garrett, which is from Stormer Media. In case you have not watched today and you maybe have been working or something like that, this was a view of that tornado earlier from Stormer Media. I mean, easily one of the craziest tornado videos that you'll really ever, I feel like that you'll ever see. See all the horizontal vortices on it as well. Again, this is not live. This was earlier. If this was live, that'd be crazy because it's literally daylight. Or it's dark out. But this was a tornado in Lake City where it produced, substantial damage. And apparently a fatality, at least from what I just heard. I'm not sure if that's confirmed yet, but this is what, if you were not watching earlier, this is basically what you missed around 6:45, 7 o'clock, I think, Central Time. There's a tornado emergency there in Northeast Arkansas. I've never covered a tornado quite that large before, so. Yeah, crazy. I don't know what else to say about it. It's pretty crazy. I'm honestly, I don't know. I've never covered a tornado that large before. It was a terrifying tornado when it happened, and it's still terrifying looking at it right now. So it looks like in Morgantown right now. Let me go back down to the south. We have an intense line of thunderstorms now moving through the east suburbs here of Memphis, mainly a damaging wind risk, some lightning, some hail as well. Generally speaking, the tornado risk out of this activity is a little bit lower. It's not zero, but it is going to be generally lower along this line of thunderstorms. We are going to have to watch Nashville closely, I think, kind of that general area a little after midnight. These storms are going to be moving towards Nashville and Clarksville with mainly a wind and hail risk. There is still some rotation, though, embedded in these storms a little bit near Paris right now. It's moving towards Dover and eventually Clarksville. And is currently moving to the northeast towards Crofton. Really, the most concerning storms tornado-wise, I'd say, are the ones right now in northern Kentucky. We've had some in southern Indiana as well that have been trying to do stuff. Rotation, and then east, we saw significant damage in wind risk at 60 miles per hour. Our significant wind risk that was actually weakened quite here. and southern 60. So that's how far. That's been kind of weakening. This right here is really what's more going to be more intense, I think, for Ohio. Sorry, Western Kentucky, not Northern. Western Kentucky is what I meant. Hey, John, for the generous super chat. Appreciate that. Also, shout out to Matthew, Stephen, Shane, and Rose all